to you. It's Brian over at B's Diecast Fantasyland. Actually, top of the mid-morning to you. Drinking my coffee. Hanging out with all of you. I want to say thank you. And a huge shout out to all of you who support, comment, like on my channel. Those of you who become great friends of mine throughout this process, particularly Derek over at Honest Diecast gave me the encouragement to just release these videos. Just do it. Just do it. I don't have the equipment. Just do it. And here we sit. And I have met so many of you. Old Man Diecast, Offset Hot Wheels, Toy Guys, Alex Graff, Mustang Hunter. I could go on and on. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for the support and the encouragement to do what we do. This collecting Hot Wheels. You like my wrinkled collar right there too? It's really good. I like that. My Mickey Mouse. He's like, I don't think that paint looks quite right. But I digress. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I sincerely appreciate the encouragement. But I wanted to discuss a particular event with you, October 10th, 2018. This was Hurricane Michael, satellite image, headed to the Florida Panhandle. And in this particular storm, it was a Cat 2. On Sunday afternoon, it became a Cat 5 plus by the time it hit land on Wednesday morning, Wednesday 11, 12 o'clock. The radar image here, my house sits about just to the 10 o'clock in the red of this eye. And we kind of caught that northwest side. My house sat perfectly to where we sustained the most damage on the backside of that storm after it passed through. But the reason I bring it up, I wanted to show you, this is a little aerial view of the house after the hurricane. Now, we were so fortunate because our house, fully roofed, just had damage and had some ceilings down in the back 2 bedrooms, the kitchen, things like that. But my neighbor just above my house there, 2/3 of his house was completely destroyed, and others, countless others, whose houses just completely got leveled and lost everything they had. Well, about 6 to 7 months before the hurricane, I was purging through a raised flower bed that was on our patio at this house. This house was built in the 50s, 55, 56. And as I was purging through this, there was some mint and basil. It was overgrown and thick. I dig out this guy. Now, this was buried in that herb garden. This is a Structo 20 50s sedan. This car, and I've got a picture. This is actually what it looks like, fairly new and in super good shape. But this car was buried within that dirt. And I said, man, this thing is sweet. So it kind of got me a little more interested again in my diecast. So I dug them out. You know, again, early 2000s, I had dumped everything I had except for my treasure hunts and my premiums and things. But it reignited an exciting diecast, and I saved it. And I said, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it yet. Well, little did I know that the bad situation coming 6 to 7 months in the future was that my house was going to get wrecked, my goods were going to get wrecked, and I was going to have to uproot and restart life and change completely. I bring it up because no matter the good situation or the bad, they make us who we are. Good situations are easy to deal with because they're good. The bad situations, on the other hand, test your character. They really make you who you are, because you may not see the good from a bad situation, but somebody else close to you, friends, family, it could be somebody you don't even know. Those bad situations create the good in someone else. And the reason I mention that again is because people often say, if God truly loved us, he wouldn't allow bad things to happen. I disagree, and the only reason I disagree is because without the bad situations and the fire that we go through, those situations make us who we are. So here I sit. I've got a 72 Volkswagen Beetle. I wouldn't have had that, most likely. My life pattern, my life change within this diecast world, all of you awesome friends out there, wouldn't know you today And so that's why I bring that up. Whether you believe in God or not, we do. And I just feel that, man, it's really a cool process in life that we go through, that we just never know what turns that our lives will take. So be encouraged. Bad situations, you may not see the good in them, but somebody else will, eventually will. And I hope you see the good. But here's a picture of the tree that was in my backyard. Now, this tree was a cypress tree that was about 50 feet tall. Couldn't get your arms around the trunk. It was huge. This is what Hurricane Michael obviously did to the tree. Now, as I was cleaning up at the property, was, emotions running just 100 miles a minute because they were up and down, up and down. There's just things happening all over the place. Well, I salvaged a piece of wood, and I'm going to kind of grab this camera here, and I'm going to show you. There's my falcons, awesome falcons. This piece of wood right here was a piece of wood out of the tree. Now, this piece of wood I picked up, and I said, wow, I'm gonna do something with this piece of wood. I'm really just not sure what I'm gonna do with it just yet. But I told myself, I was like, it's gonna be a memorial at some point. It's gonna be hanging on the wall, something like that. Well, here I sit today with my Diecast world, and basically what I'm gonna be doing with this, just as a remembrance of the pain and life taking us through those bad situations. This is going to be mounted on the wall, just like so. And this car is hauling on out, and it is driving on down and clearing out of that destruction to a road to the future. And the future, we just don't know what's coming. So I want to encourage you, each and every one of you, chase your dreams, do what you will do, want to do, make it happen. Don't be afraid. The bad situations are going to come. They're going to hit you like a storm. But know that when you get through it, on the other side, there's an open road, man, and it is clean and free. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you joining me tonight. It's today. Appreciate you joining me, and we will talk to you very soon.